Okay, hello again everybody. I'm just going to go through a couple of examples to show you how I got the answers that I did for the practice problems, and to answer some of your questions about simplifying this to get it into its simplest form once you find the derivative, rather than just leaving it as a sum. So what I'm going to go through is question 1b from the practice questions. Okay, that's shown there. I've also noticed that there's been some reluctance with some students who don't want to break this up but want to do it in one single shot. I would recommend while you're learning how to do this is break that up into U's and V's. So I would break, and to use the product rule, make sure that you've taken that as U and that as V. Okay, so that just keeps things nice and clean, and you don't get confused later. If you don't do this, the chances of getting yourself tangled halfway through the question is the chances of that happening are quite high, and you might make a mistake as you start expanding things out. So I would recommend you keep them separate by using the variables U and V. Okay. So just working for this, now what we have is U is equal to 2x, okay, and over here we got V is equal to 1 plus 2x to the 4. Okay, so we need to find du and du dx and dv dx, alright, to use the product rule on this expression. So to find dy dx, as you can see, that it's a product of effectively two factors of u and v, so we can use the product rule to find the derivative, and the product rule states that dy dx is equal to, if I can just write that, u prime v, so that's the derivative of u multiplied by v plus u multiplied by the derivative of v. Okay, so that's essentially the product rule over there. If I can fit this in here, let's call this the product rule. Okay, that's over there. Alright, so just trying to make a bit more space up there. So let's find du dx, which is equal to 2. That's simple enough. Okay, it's the dv dx which might become a problem, because v, as we know, is 1 plus 2x, okay, to the 4. Now you could do this in one step. I will break this up though, just to keep things keep this simple. What we need to do is use the chain rule on this, so it's using a separate rule. You could do this in one step, but just to keep the explanation clear, I will use the chain rule to show what's been done. Now u has already been used as a variable up here. Okay, so you've got u up here, so I will just use the variable w to represent this term in the brackets to stop any confusion. Okay, so if we say that w is equal to 1 plus 2x, okay, so in that case, using the chain rule on this problem here, what we have is, because what we are trying to find is dv dx, which is now equal to dv dw dw dx. I'm going to run out of the page here, so let's just move up, and from here we've got, if I can write that out, so separating this, it's a bit messy, v is equal to w to the 4. Hope that shows up on the video. Okay, so okay, so what we have is the first thing we need is we can do a dw dx just on this side. I'm just going to keep this a little bit separate for now. Okay, so dw dx is equal to 2. Okay, and again, I'm only doing this for completeness and a clearer explanation, rather than saying that it is absolutely necessary. It's probably not. You could probably do this in one step. Okay. So again, what we've got here, dv dw is equal to 4w to the 3, okay, which is equal to, we know w is equal to 1 plus 2x, okay, so we've got 4 1 plus 2x to the 3, okay, and finally, again keeping this separate, we've got dv dx is equal to that multiplied by that, so we've got 8 1 plus 2x to the 3. Okay, so it's dv dx that we wanted to find, which is equal to v prime. Okay, so what we have here now is v prime, which is what we needed for the product rule. Okay, just to make this clearer, what we needed was the v is what we found there. Okay, we've already found u. That wasn't too much of a problem. Okay, so now going back down here, let me just get back my black pen again. Lost the, yeah. Okay, so now we have u, which is equal to 2, okay, and we have v, which is equal to 8 1 plus 2x to the 3. Okay, now combining that using the product rule, I'll just write that out again. Okay, oops, plus u v dash, okay, or v prime, which gives us 2, and v, as we know, just taking you all the way back up here, v is equal to this term here. Now that's v, okay, so we need to substitute that, which is 1 plus 2x to the 4 plus u is equal to 2x, we know that, okay, and v dash is equal to 8. I hope this fits in here. Okay, 1 plus 2x to the 3. It's all a little bit messy. I'm going to have to move that to the middle of the screen again. Okay, so I'm just going to bring that back a little bit mathematically. It's a little bit annoying, but just make things a little bit. I'm going to rewrite that. Okay, so 1 plus 2x to the 4 plus 2x brackets 8 1 plus 2x power 3, close the brackets. You can see I've used brackets everywhere just to make sure that I keep things nice and clean and separate. Otherwise, it can get quite confusing. Okay, so we've got up to that point. You could argue that yes, that is dy dx, and you found yourself an answer. That is correct, but it is not in its simplest form. So it's not. You don't want to leave that way. Okay, it looks quite messy, and the best thing would be to try and simplify that, and you'll see it is not that difficult to do. Okay, so we have that. Let's write that out again. 1 plus 2x to the 4. Okay, plus I'm going to expand this out now. Okay. Actually, no. What I'm going to do is not expand that out. Just get rid of that. Okay. What we have is a common factor. Okay, that was an error on my part. Okay, we've got a common factor of 1 plus 2x and 1 plus 2x here. Okay, so we can bring this 1 plus 2x to the power of 3 out here. Okay, and we've also got a 2, which is a common factor to both. So we've got 2 1 plus 2x and a 2 1 plus 2x as a common factor. We bring that out. Okay, and we end up with 1 plus 2x close bracket plus 8x. Okay, that's that 8 and the x over here. Okay, expanding that out even further, 1 plus 2x to the 3. Okay, we'll expand that out, so we end up with 1 plus, well, it's not really expanding, it's just taking the brackets out so we can complete the sum in here. Okay, this equals, push that up a bit. Okay, 1 plus 2x to the 3. Okay, and you end up with 1 plus 10x. Okay, and that is the final answer that I had. That should be and x. Okay, so that's the final answer that I had provided, and I believe that that would be its simplest form. Okay, so that looks like to me its simplest form. It's quite messy. I'm still trying to get used to this new pen. It's not as easy as writing on paper, but hopefully I'll get the hang of it soon enough. Okay, I don't have the best handwriting anyway, but if you take a look at this, this is the working out. Just scrolling through it. Keep it systematic, keep it all separate. You can jump a few steps, but I would recommend that you don't. Okay, keep it that way so that your answers come out nice and neat and in its simplest form. Okay.